I don't
All
know.
right, everybody. Abba and Preach, check this out. Worried I'll never be married or have a family. Am I alone? I got no idea, nothing. I got no. I don't need. I don't know the first thing about this video. I just saw the Abba and Preach, who I've watched quite a few of their videos in the past. We've reacted to quite a few of their videos in the past. And I just saw the thumbnail. It really caught my attention. It's a real good thumbnail, and it's discussing a matter that honestly I feel like a lot of us sort of talk about or want to discuss. Me being a 29-year-old monkey on the interwebs, of course I think about this all the time, but I kind of have my own philosophies in life, and I kind of want to spread some of that monkey philosophy to y'all monkeys. All right, monos. So let's get into it. Are you monos worried that you'll never be married or have a family? Let's get into it.
I don't know if this only is a me problem, but I'm 34. I have no children. I'm not married, and I'll be 30.
My goodness, you are 34, brother. You do not look it. I fully thought you were about to say you were like in your 20s. I thought you was younger than me. Damn.
35 in May.
Like I can't put it. But now that he's saying it right, I can see some of his like a little bit of white hairs on his beard maybe. But I fully saw like I thought he was younger. I figured that was just like the reflection of the sun or something.
The further away I feel I am from being a husband and a father, and not because I can't have kids, but because when I was younger, I
realized I was gay, which wouldn't stop you from being a father or a husband.
I mean, to be fair, yeah, you could absolutely still be a father and a husband. Please, to everybody out there that wants to be a father or husband, especially if you are in like a gay relationship as a gay couple, there are so many children that are in need of a loving and caring home. Please go and adopt. Absolutely look into it. I urge you, as a former foster parent, as a former, not social worker technically, just foster parent, please, look into it. Go, and like, trust me, there's like plenty of like prerequisites and checks, and like they make sure they'll do a whole freaking like checkup into your life and your situation so that like they can make sure that the kid is like nice and like they'll make sure you're prepared. You don't gotta worry about it if you're like, oh, do I have everything I need? A lot of first time parents I end up like that I speak to about this, they end up being scared that like, do I got all the equipment I need? If it's like a baby, do I got all the freaking like because they ask you for like the freaking like the corner stoppers so that the babies and the toddlers don't ever hit their heads on the corners of tables and stuff. Or if you're willing to adopt even like in an older age, toddlers to teenagers. Unfortunately, right? Like then there's whole different processes, but you can really make a difference in somebody's life if you want to look into it. And you wanted to sort of be that figure for somebody.
Yeah, but in Saudi Arabia it would.
Yeah.
Hold on, what?
I'm gonna lie to you.
You can't just add the Saudi Arabia bit.
Like being a father and having kids.
Facts. Do you think stones stop you from having kids?
Well, because when I was younger, I always...
With the gay, I don't know how, you know what, I'm unfair, I don't really know how Saudi Arabia is with gays.
desire to be a husband.
Man, for all I know, they might be like, I actually genuinely don't know what else.
Especially in my early 20s. I thought
Are they like super cool with them?
I'd have 2 kids, I'd have a house.
Might just be ignorant.
Maybe I was being unrealistic, but as I get older, it's like, man, my little brother is about to have a 1-year-old in June. My baby sister is about to have, well, she actually has an 8-year-old right now. And I'm like, I'm the last one.
Damn.
Stop calling them your baby sister, your baby brothers, if they're about to have kids. They ain't no babies. Even you don't have babies.
Oh,
Fair.
Baby sister.
I think at that point you're the baby. I feel like you're definitely like a couple steps behind on life, so to speak. It's not a problem. It's not bad.
Got an 8-year-old. It sounded like she might have been like almost a teen mom.
No, she could.
He said baby sister. So he's what? He's 33. 8 years.
Because he said there was a younger brother. I don't know if the baby sister means. So what if she's the middle child, but what if she's the third child?
I mean, it's very likely that she's probably under like 26, 27. So
That's possible.
Yeah. I'm just saying, when you have a kid that young, generally the parents don't approve. So at the time when she had that kid, he was probably like, well, it ain't me. And now 8 years later, he's like, I wish I was.
I wish it was me.
It ain't me. It's just a funny thing, you know. Like, man, I was like, but you was probably looking at it like, damn, that's young. You don't have kids right now. It's interesting.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm a great guy. I believe I'm attractive. Like I do well for myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got it together, and it's like, why hasn't it happened for me yet? And I'm like, man, maybe I'm the problem. I don't know.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know if that's like a trick question, but I'm pretty sure it's as easy as finding a gal and then like kind of just like going at it. Like you, of course you gotta like, you know, you got to like sort of be on the same page and make sure that the gal wants to have a kid too, right? But it's about as simple as it gets. Like you have it, like you got a date, like go on Tinder and like tell like anytime you want to date somebody, be like, hey, what's up? Like, yeah, I'm looking to date and I want to like, you know, like I'm not saying you necessarily got to bring that up on the first date, but it's something that if you're genuinely concerned about, then bring it up on the first date. Or maybe even the second date, right? But like, yeah, eventually you gotta sort of like figure out some kind of way to be like, hey, is that something in the future you will be like into? Like, oh, okay, cool, you know? So like, or you know, maybe put it on Tinder or something. Like, hey, I'm looking for a serious relationship. I'm trying to be a husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to look for no playing around, no freaking like. I just feel like you gotta be straightforward with this stuff.
But I don't know
Says the monkey who's like not even dating at all right now.
if anyone feels that way.
I've been out of the
especially-
game for so damn long, y'all have no
Yeah.
idea.
I'm a black man.
I've been out of the game for like 7 years, 6 years, damn,
I'm young still.
9 years.
I don't have no baby mamas,
Maybe.
none of that. And yet, I desire to be a husband. I desire to get married. one
Damn,
day.
I've been blue balled for a
And,
while.
and it's like,
What
I
a dry spell.
just feel like I'm just getting older and I'm further away from that dream. And it's so crazy because it's something that I truly do want. But I see so many people out there who already have it. And I feel like,
I dated around like the first 2 or maybe 3 years of my job, straight out of college. Yeah, damn, okay.
Okay. I'll just.
I kind of,
super brief.
I will
Look,
admit, yeah, having a job is the fact that I absolutely had a job, and like the last relationship I had, we broke it off while I had a job in Marina Del Rey. So so I pretty much just like kind of focused on my job and like didn't care about nothing else anymore after that. But also at the same time, I wasn't like trying to date at all anyways at that point. Like I gave up
Nobody cares what you want or truly desire. What actionable steps are you taking?
fully.
It's so easy
I
to
also
say
have
you
no
want-
riz, so it's not like it was like a difficult thing. I had no riz. It's one thing to be like in college and like being able to talk to gals like on whatnot. It's a whole other thing when you're like working a job and you're like intimidated to even act like if you see a beautiful woman or a gorgeous gal at work and you're like helping them out, you're like I was too intimidated to even like ask for their number or anything like that because I just thought I'd get in trouble or get fired.
On something. But if your actions are going in contravention with that, nothing you want or desire fucking matters. I've heard hundreds of girls tell me they want a nice guy and end up with a fucking piece of shit afterwards who everyone knew was a piece of shit from miles away.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All it happens literally all the time. I would argue that most of the time it's the ladies that are screaming that they want a good man that typically are like damn near going headfirst into the really bad like. And trust me, it's because I know the douchebags personally. I know the bad guys, the assholes, the abuser, the piece of shit. I knew them personally, and I would so I could tell you that they're like it's always the ladies that are like freaking. Always. See, they were one of my family members. You have to understand. So I got to see the whole thing like firsthand. How twisted those fools are.
What you claim you want or desire has nothing to do with what you're actually going after and what you're doing. in your
exactly.
daily life. Now maybe you're just having bad luck. Who knows? But me seeing a whole video about I desire this. What are you doing towards that desire? You not mentioning that doesn't tell me anything.
I believe in manifesting. Kidding, I tried.
You still triggered me.
fucking
You,
tried.
you,
I know, I
you
really-
succeeded because you said that shit. I went.
I believe in manifesting. If I repeat it long enough, it's gonna happen.
Yes.
Listen, I manifest every single day. Trust.
You know what I hate? It's like
It's manifesting.
Here's the thing. So I'm close to this guy age, right? And Same situation. No,
One time I manifested a fart.
no wife or kids. No baby mamas or whatever it might be.
That we
It took about 4 mineral waters.
know of.
I'm good at running away. What can I say?
Oh my God.
Just playing.
My God.
Always give out fake names. Moving on. If I'm at my place right now, okay, and I'm saying, oh, I desire kids, which is something I want. I'm also not going to sit here and be like, how did this happen? I know what I was doing in my 20s. I know what I was not doing in my 20s too. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, why didn't I have kids? I know why the fuck I didn't have kids. And you know too, if you're honest with yourself.
Oh yeah, like right now, and like to put it in perspective, I'm 29. Haven't been dating. Haven't been like none of that shiz. And I'm gonna be real with you. Even though a part of it was for sure, like I said earlier, because I was dating in college, kind of broke it off when I was already like a year or two into my job. I didn't really get back into dating whatsoever. Didn't really go out, pursue any of that. At the time, my excuse was that I was just pursuing my career. Right now, being where I'm at, knowing who I am, and sort of being in like the best health that I've really been in the years, I genuinely am not dating because I just want to work on me. I know where I'm at. I know who I am, and like what I I know I could be like. Yeah, I know where I'm at on the scaling. I'm a pretty handsome dude, all things considered. But I'm still a little bit on the chunkier side, and I definitely gotta get like some stuff fixed. One of my teeth is like all messed up. It's like chipped. It's broken in half. You don't want to go dating like that. How am I going to date with a freaking chipped? Like my tooth is freaking chipped in half. I gotta go get it fixed. You understand where I'm coming from? Like, so it's kind of like one of those situations where it's like, you know, and I don't make a whole lot of money. I make just enough to pay my rent. I don't got like nothing to flashy to freaking go and spend. I don't got super fancy, nice, super clothes. Like, I can't see taking you out to concerts or taking you out to date every weekend. You get what I'm saying? I feel like when you're dating someone, you need to be able to take them out every weekend. Not because you have to, but because you want to. You feel me? That's my logic. If I can't, like, give that lifestyle, or if I can't live that lifestyle, not even give, like, I'm not gonna give you jack squat, girl. Like, I'm inviting you out to this date, and if you want to show up, you can show up, right? But it's, like, kind of like, you know, I'm not gonna, like, you know, like, but you know what I'm saying? Anyway, if I feel like I'm not prepared, I'm not ready, I feel like it's totally legit to just be like, alright, nah, it's cool. Take your time. Work on you. But you actually gotta work on you. If you just like sitting there being like, I'm working on me, and then you just freaking like, you know, you're just freaking eating chips, eating Doritos, you know, freaking like, you know, freaking jerking off while you freaking chug a beer every freaking night. What can I say? It's like, nah, see, you're living the life you want. That's not, you don't want a family. You get me? Me, I don't really care for kids. Like, I'm not saying I necessarily not gonna have them. I just don't really care for them. I mean, I guess if someday my waifu, whoever she is, I'm gonna love her with my life. If she actually wants them, I'd be sure. Why not? You can have a couple.
And if you don't know, then
I would
that's
prefer to
probably your
keep it
first
down to
problem.
like one.
Anybody
You know,
who gets to this age
I ain't trying to do all
and
that.
doesn't know why they're in the situation.
Like,
that
I
they're
got
in,
plenty of siblings too. You feel me? Like, I already had to raise like I got a lot of siblings, so it's kind of like I had enough of that. I'm good.
and pretends like, oh my god, it's just this.
Things are just happening. I'm just trying to roll the dice on this thing called
I always like the idea of like having one kid and like giving that one kid like the world. You feel me?
life. It was a board game, but you know we're not playing a board game.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's real life. It's
That's
a real
right.
thing.
That's
Go ahead.
right.
If I wanted like a second kid, I think I would adopt at that point.
Even the language, he says like, I feel like I'm further away from my goal. No, you walked away. You actively took steps to not be where you're supposed to be. That's most of us.
No, that's true.
The way people talk about these things.
No, that's fact though. Like, cause every single day, you are living the life that you want to live. You really are. Let's be real. If you wanted to live a different life, you would be living that different life. If you wanted to go get you a female right now that wanted to have babies, you would go find yourself a female right now that wanted to have babies. Like, it's not that difficult. You go out there, you go on Tinder, you put that out there, you be like, hey, I'm looking for a baby. Like, I'm trying to get me a gal that will just freaking, that wants to get married, wants to have babies, wants to be a stay-at-home mom. You will find a gal that's just like, right, especially with that handsome of a guy, you will absolutely find a woman. Guarantee it.
Oftentimes really informs me about what the issue is. Because there's just no way you in your mid-30s and you don't know how you there without kids or a wife.
There is a way.
Tell me.
Deny
Now,
it.
if you look like me, right, and got like 0 ribs like me, oh hell no, right? 0 chance in hell. You live in the incel life for sure, for sure. But like that guy, like he don't look ugly. He absolutely got a good. He got himself a fine looking woman.
There's a way. There's definitely, but you just don't understand how it is in front of you, and you didn't take the step to. You have to just take a look within or look at your actions, right? I understand what you meant. I totally understand what you meant, but I'm gonna explain to you what you understand why you know I don't have to explain anything to you, but it's really there's a lack of accountability there. There's a lack of self-reflection. There's a lack of maybe there's a little bit of entitlement. Where when you're younger, I don't know this dude, so I can't tell for him, right? But what I've noticed is that when you're younger, you think it's gonna happen, and you got all the time in your life. You're like, whatever, and sometimes you reject your blessings. You reject your blessing. You reject the things that are coming to you because you think there's gonna be better. At your age, you just have to do a self-reflection. What happened? What step did I take? Yeah. Was I too judgmental?
No, I gotta say though, I feel like 30, like maybe for a man it's a bit different, right? But I feel like around 30, 34, 35, I feel like that's like you got it, like that's your get it, like that's a good chance to become a dad.
So was I shooting too higher than I thought I would? Was I like being too stingy with some things? Was I being a relationship snob? It's not exactly what I like, and now I pictured it in my mind, so I'm not gonna go for that because I deserve better. Yeah, you do deserve a lot.
Okay, yeah, at that point, that's fully on you.
You do this. Congratulations.
Like nobody's gonna be perfect. Every single person is their own individual. You're never gonna find the perfect person.
It could be a lot of things. You just gotta look within. You gotta look like how you treat relationship. Are you giving up easily? Because if you give up easy on different relationship, being with someone is not going to be easy. So if you give up, well, the result is going to be the same. So yeah, you're going to end up at the same place that you are. You have to look up there's a lot of things that you have to look up and a lot of actions that you took or didn't take that you have to look. You have to look within. Why am I here? Mm-hmm. On the other hand, you're comparing yourself to your sister and your brother. And you have to understand one thing. The same way that we're not you and we don't know you like that, you're not them and you're not in their heads. So as much as you're like, oh, they got kids, I ain't got kids, you don't know what their regrets are. You don't know what they like. You don't know what...
Facts, though. Because just the same as you're over here, like, I wish I had the kid, you don't know if they're over there, like, I wish I didn't.
But so the comparison that you're doing with other people, yeah, I understand that you're doing that. We live in
Be like Monke, alright? I'm 29, I don't got kids. And I ain't worried about it. What you gonna stress about it for, huh? He'll have kids. You want the kids, go get the kids. But if you don't got the kids, who cares? You won't got the kids. No responsibilities, baby. Freaking do whatever the hell you want.
So we're always gonna compare ourselves, but sometimes it really sets you back because what you see is really the good part. You're not in their head. You don't know what their regrets are. So even though you look at that and you look at that sister with that kid, and you're like, I wish I was that. Maybe your sister's like, shit, I was really too fucking young for that thing. And although I love my kid, if I would have done it again, I would. So maybe that person is looking at you, is looking like, look at my big brother, 34 and living his best life.
Exactly. Nah, so you really don't know how it is on the other side because the grass is always greener on the other fence, the other side of the fence.
Got a mortgage, got a car. I gotta go to the skid. I can't even go out whenever I want. So it's like, yeah, I understand everybody's situation, but sometimes you have to be grateful also for what you got right now.
Yeah.
It could have been better. Yes, it could have. It could have been worse. A whole lot. Live right now. Live from what you got. Comparing yourself like that, and I understand it. It's right there. We're always comparing yourselves, but sometimes.
I love his take right there. Exactly. I tried to say it my way, and I couldn't say it. Just be happy with what you got right now. Trust. It's good. It's fine. And if you freaking and if you don't, and you can change it, then make the changes you can make. But honestly, it's kind of like, I feel like you are living the life that you want to live. Otherwise, you would be making changes. Let's be real. You would be making changes.
Sometimes it sets itself up. We were setting ourselves up for failure, and maybe that person is envying your situation.
Absolutely.
That person wish she would have waited a little longer to have kids.
Yep. You know what I said earlier about the baby girl, the baby sister, having a kid that young, and he's probably looking at, I'm glad it's not me.
Yeah.
And now 8 years later, when that kid about to turn 8, she's no longer a teen mom. Now he's like, what was her struggle like?
Or maybe she was never a teen.
What that shame that she went through and everything.
That shame, the responsibilities that you have to
Even
do,
if she wasn't a
the
teen,
stress.
she was super young.
Yeah,
I know from vast majority of people when they haven't that young, and it's like in that environment, it's a stressful experience. So
And again, I don't know that person, so I don't know, and I don't know you either. So I'm just speculation. We're just saying that
grass is always greener, though. You're not lying.
grass is always greener. So chill. Maybe it's not like that. Focus on what you got. Are you healthy?
Yeah.
Good. If you don't really have nothing to worry about, then focus on whatever goal you need to do and what you need to do in order to have a relationship and kids, if you can. So
I get it. Sometimes you're with somebody for a long time, things don't work out, you find out things about them, y'all grow apart. That happens for some people. I'm not saying there aren't circumstances where I can't understand, but let's talk about the vast majority of people. Vast majority of people are where they are because of their own decisions. That's just the truth. And growing older is like being mature enough to recognize your part in why you are where you are. I'm never going to say and be here like, oh, life didn't give me, like, yes, there's certain things from a young age that probably set me on a bad path, but a lot of it's also self-accountability. A lot of that,
Yeah, 100% agree there too. I mean, it's kind of like me right now. It's like, yeah, like I said, right now I am taking time to work on myself. It's like, that's why I got my treadmill back up and running. That's why I'm cleaning up my house, my room. I've got my place is so beautiful. I'm actually like waking up every morning now, super proud of myself. Because I'm picking stuff, I'm cleaning things, my doggos are getting their nice little bed together. Oh, it's beautiful. Everything, my life, I'm slowly and surely like sort of like picking up the pieces in my life and putting them right where they belong, you feel me? And so I feel proud of that. It's nothing crazy and it seems super simple, but like I cleaned my closet. Damn. Hell yeah, bro. I took all the stuff off of my treadmill so now I can use my treadmill anytime I want. And I'm gonna be doing it every single day. I didn't do it yesterday because I knocked out, but today after stream for sure I'm gonna walk on it, bro. At least like a cold half hour, bro. I'm gonna watch like one and like I got the new episode of Luffy of One Piece. I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna watch it on the treadmill. It's gonna be good. Oh, you don't even know, bro. I got my big Bluetooth speakers here, so it's gonna be it's gonna be good. Like that's what I'm talking about. You gotta set your life up in like cool ways. I'm gonna set up my little situation here with my treadmill, and I'm gonna put a little thing so I can have a little stand for my laptop and and I can watch all the anime I want on my laptop while I'm walking on the treadmill. And if it's because it's my laptop, not only could I watch all the anime, I could freaking hook up my Xbox controller and play Fallout New Vegas while I'm walking. Oh hell yeah, baby! It'd be like a Fallout walking simulator. It'd be like immersion. And it's like, oh, you don't even know. It's about to be lit. I'm gonna be such a sexy monkey.
I'm meant to be where I am.
Oh, right, but the point I was trying to make, besides just freaking flexing the fact that I'm about to start walking on my treadmill, what I meant to say was, the reason why I'm still pretty fat is because of the fact that I haven't done that already. It's my freaking fault. Like, I should be walking. I've lost some weight for sure, but nowhere near the amount of weight I would have lost if I actually would have been freaking at it, every day.
I didn't have the tools before to recognize the things I need to recognize in what I want out of life. There's no way. You couldn't have told me in my early 20s the value of a relationship. Why? Because I didn't grow up seeing one. And two, the people around me in the relationship didn't look happy either. I don't sit here and be like, oh, man, why aren't I married with kids? It's because I didn't put that as an emphasis for most of my life. And if I'd have put even 1/10 of the energy that I put into my work, into my passions, as I did into actually trying to build a relationship and stay with somebody, bro, I'd have been married with kids a long time ago. I just didn't put in that time and that effort. That's it.
I can genuinely agree with this statement. I can say that it definitely reflects some of my experience, and I can definitely say that, yeah, no, definitely 100%. If I would have freaking worked at it more, 100% I would have freaking already been in a relationship. Would have been all this other stuff, but I just didn't. Whether it was because of XYZ reason or whatever the frick it was, I did not put as much effort into it as I should have if I wanted to be in a relationship right now. And genuinely, not only me, but anybody at home, if you want to be in a relationship, figure out what those things that are stopping you, Whether it's because you a fugly mother effer, or whether it's because you a fat, or whether it's because you whatever the frick, or because you have a shitty attitude, or because you got like anger management, like you got like figure out a way to change that about yourself. You know, go ask somebody for help on how to dress, and then just be honest and outspoken. Go talk to somebody and be like, "What's up? You cute? Do I look cute to you? In that case, let's date." You know, something. Ask for a phone number. Do something. Get on Tinder.
Some people, you know.
Yeah,
they're
get careful
really
with Tinder.
like-
It's mostly just bots.
And stuff like that. But let me tell you that's a big mind.
If you really just focus only on that, you will absolutely get somebody. But I feel like in most cases, people just don't want to. Like, I don't know about you, but I just sort of admitted at a certain point that it's just like, I'm just not looking for a relationship right now. I genuinely just want to, like, fix my life. I want to fix my life, get myself to where I'm like, oh, hell yeah, bro. I like this. I like me. I like where I'm at right now. And then I feel like once I do that, like, I feel like I'll be like, even, like, I feel like that's like the ideal place to be at. So I could be like, all right, now that I kind of figured out and sorted out me, I can sort of figure out who me wants to spend with the rest of my life, you know? Because I like me. Me's important. And if I don't figure out who me needs to spend the rest of my life with, like, you know, that's important, right? But if I don't know, if I don't like me, then what's the point, right? Like, what's the point of figuring out who me is gonna hang out with? I don't care about that guy, you know? But if I like me, then I care about that guy, and I want to make sure that me gets a good life.
Because a big minority. Oxymoron over here. That's a minority.
Yes.
That's a very few people. That
And also
most of
understand,
us is, you know,
everybody has their problems. Everybody has their problems. There's gonna be something you don't like. There's gonna be something to argue about. There's gonna be something that it's a pet peeve or something. Yet the art is in learning what things to sort of like be like let go, because you know damn well you have your own faults. Let's say, you know, I got a
we
lot
make
of them.
choices. We're not willing to take the responsibility of our choices, but at the end of the day, we're the driver. So don't drive, don't stop at all. Yes, you're the one in charge.
Also, we also have to admit that a lot of things that we drive as, you know, markers for success in our life, including this guy. Like, he's a big social media personality. That'll probably push you away from your goals from having kids and a family.
Absolutely, 100%.
Being honest.
And if you had a kid earlier, you probably wouldn't be able to do that. So,
Right? You want to have a successful career, be high paid, all these different things. That's going to push you away from having kids and a family.
100%.
Why the social media thing? Because you're going to have people DMing you all the time. There's going to be a lot of distractions possible. You can imagine what I'm talking about. Also, the time invested in trying to make content, do all this stuff. Less time for your hobbies where you act.
Yeah, you're going to be needing to spend. You don't just spend a little bit of time with your lady. You spend a lot of freaking time with them. At the same time, you do have to make sure that, like, if they're like, I will admit that is a pretty good reason not to date somebody. If they genuinely do not allow you in any kind of way, shape, or form to have your own personality, they completely. It's gonna be less time for your hobbies and other stuff for sure, or find somebody who shares similar hobbies to you that you can spend time with together. Like, that's typically the best way to go about it, right?
Actually meet people in real life. So there's all kinds of things that add to the difficulty involved in this. So I think our society and the way we encourage people to be successful and push forward and to be marriage eligible oftentimes actually are some of the biggest things that drive us away from being eligible to be married, because we don't have the time, we don't have the flexibility, and we don't even get the chance to really develop ourselves in our social circles in the way that we need to. Like, that's one of the probably most convoluted aspects of it. You'll hear people all the time, I'm hyper successful, I can't meet anyone. Why? Because a lot of the markers that push these people to be very successful also drive them to have zero social life. So how do you want to meet people? Right? So there's all kinds of different things involved in this, but I just want to.
Yeah, phenomenal point. Tell me, I'm here streaming 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday. What freaking lady, what gorgeous MILF am I gonna freaking meet here? Ladies. But for real, like, the best I can hope for is in this career right now, and frankly a lot of other people, is I find another content creator that I happen to also want to, like, date, and we can both be content creators together. Or I date somebody that's like, I guess at that point meets me through my freaking, like, is a fan basically, And then even then, that's freaking weird. It's a freaking power play, isn't it? Like, what other options do you have? You're freaking making content. Basically 24/7. As soon as I'm done with the stream, I can freaking, like, edit. I have to edit, basically. Weekends, I'll be real with you. Weekends, I definitely have available. But other than that, Sundays, I pretty much just, I gotta be fair, I work on the weekends, too. So I can make my own schedule. But point being is that there you go, I basically work. So it was like, we're freaking eight. Damn.
To talk about this.
My
on so
actual
many
job,
of you
my actual
feel the
day
same
job.
At home, and I get it. It's understandable. But yeah.
It's choosing my own
You are
hours, but still, I gotta get it done on the weekends.
Why don't you have kids?
That's my business.
Fair. Would you like to share your business with others?
No.
Well, that's it for today's video.
Fuck them kids.
Bro, it's like, it's not even like, you also gotta think about the financials of it too. Even if you have a woman, a lady that you like love, and you're like in a relationship, like even like it's expensive to have kids, bro. It's expensive. You know how much diapers cost? Good lord.
You know
Damn.
what I thought you were gonna say?
But
Kids get money.
that's what I said.
That's what you said. I've heard you say that before.
Fuck them kids.
Not me. I'm about to adopt a little Asian baby.
Of course. Look just like you.
My own little Jackie Chan. All right, have a good
I think
day.
I was gonna adopt a little Asian kid.
All right, well, let's talk about 50/60 line.
This guy. Alright, phenomenal video. I wanted to talk about it. I know a lot of people as well. A lot of men honestly feel like this. It's not surprising. But realistically speaking, whatever life you currently have, just enjoy the fact that you have it. Be okay with it. If you're single, just be happy being single. And honestly, you'll be surprised a lot of the times. I feel like you'll like other ladies will want to be happy because they see that you're having a happy life. You get what I'm saying? I guess that's where my mentality is, my logic is. I feel like if my life is awesome, like that's why I'm working on me personally. If my life is awesome, I feel like after that, any lady would like also want to get involved with that awesome life. You feel me? So it's kind of like, yeah, you gotta show them like, this is what I got. You know, my life is cool. So that's why y'all just be happy with what you got and just make that life you currently have as good as possible. And the rest will sort of like fall into place by itself. Ayoo, Monodachis! Thank you so much for watching this video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can also find links to the videos that we reacted to today down in the description below, along with my Oshi marks. I'll see you in the next video, Monos. Goodbye, and thank you so much for swinging by. Saru!